This video installment is detailing what went on with my family's estate 2 weeks after my father passed. We talked about just first week was a little bit of in shock. Second week, we're finding out that a lot of the passwords that my father used aren't really the passwords that he used. And we're not able to access his computer. We luckily have his phone. We were able to figure out the password for his phone. Now, let me tell you, my father's cognitive abilities were declining over the past few years. So we were aware that, we need to get these passwords. We need to have some control. Of course, he resisted. Part of that resisting was probably him not having the cognitive ability to really keep a stream of thoughts going that make sense. I mean, I think as people start to get older, they're going to hide how much their brain has declined. That's probably some sort of just natural preservation thing. Don't take it personally. But we had attempted to get some password stuff written down over the past few years, just because we knew inevitably my parents would both be gone, and we didn't want to be in the situation that we're kind of in right now, where we're having trouble logging on to anything. Luckily, we were able to get on my dad's phone. The phone allows you to get the two-factor authentication. So when I try to log on to, say, his Vanguard account, they're going to text me or text my father a code. Luckily, I'm on that phone, so I can do that. So yeah, that was frustrating, and that continues to be a process moving forward. The second week, we did get in touch with the real estate attorney. My parents, as I said in the first video, had everything in a trust. I mean, the attorney really knows what they're doing, and we went through a bunch of stuff that we have to do, which is overwhelming. I mean, small estate affidavit. My parents, some of the stuff we're claiming was under a certain legal limit, so we were able to do a small estate affidavit. Everything else had beneficiaries on it. It was in the trust, so really there might be some signing of paperwork, but it looks like we're gonna avoid probate. We reached out to the life insurance company. My father had maybe a small life insurance policy, and let me tell you, week 2, we sent them what we thought they needed. In real time, it's week 8, and I'm still dealing with these people. So keep some notes, because you're gonna need them. Oh God, then we're realizing too, there's homeowners insurance. You need to reach out to those people. Luckily, the one we were dealing with, the people are very nice, understanding. Lot of setting up of a separate accounts. Now that my parents have passed away, we need to open other accounts so that my family can facilitate the paying of bills through those accounts, because these other accounts, like my dad's accounts, are going to be frozen. We're not going to have access to these. Luckily, some were set up on auto pay, so the mortgage, he had a small mortgage on the house still, and the homeowners insurance, car insurance is all on auto withdraw. That's something that we set up with him a few years ago when we realized we're getting a little nervous about, him paying the bills on time. If you walked into my father's office and saw the mess that was on his desk, you'd be like, how are you keeping track of this? Because we can't make any sense of it. Thank you, Dad, for setting up all these things on auto pay, because I mean it's allowed us a little bit of breathing room. The real estate attorney, the trust attorney said, don't pay the credit card debt. This isn't legal advice. Talk to an attorney. Don't just stop paying your bills because some attorney that represents me told me something pertaining to me. But there is some stuff with someone passes, that credit card debt apparently does not pass on to you. Now, I was instructed to write deceased, insolvent, and estate on the bill and mail it back. That did not shut down the auto pay. And in week 6, 7, 8 video, I'll talk about that, the credit card company still taking money. So you really need to send out the insolvent estate deceased, and then also shut off that auto pay. When I went to his bank, I was informed that everything is through an account clearinghouse. An account clearinghouse, or ACH, is basically an intermediary between the creditor and the bank. Somewhere in between there, the creditor wants money. The bank on auto pay has said, okay, we will agree for this to be withdrawn here. So there's a third entity there. So when you go to your bank and say, oh, I want to stop auto pay, like they're useless, basically. You need to call the creditor, that meaning like the credit card company, the car loan company, and be like, we're stopping auto pay. And of course, they're going to need probably a death certificate, some sort of an affidavit giving you power of attorney, executor of the state type of thing. So this is all stuff that we were finding out on the second week. What else do we have here? Yeah, just, oh, unclaimed property. There may be some unclaimed property. My father had some in another state. It's like $5. So don't expect to find $1 million there, but it's worth checking out. Yeah, and then we're realizing, we got to roll over my father's IRA, his individual retirement account, into a inheritance IRA. Let me tell you, should be easy. My sister was able to get hers done quite easily. I just finished it this morning, and now I'm waiting for the funds. So it took a long time for that to get rolling. Yep, and the notes are just speaking to the same people again and again, because you're in a state of brain fog. You think you're getting stuff done, and you're not. I mean, here I am, notes, I'm talking to the life insurance company again. I already talked to them, and you're like, oh my God, like, what do I need to do? I forgot already. You gotta write down the notes. And then of course, looks like this is getting into week 3. We're finally like, all right, we need to start itemizing everything, get into these bank accounts, and we'll talk about reaching out to them in the next video. And you know what? That's when we stopped taking notes. What does that tell you? We were organized at first. After the first couple weeks, it gets pretty overwhelming. I would encourage you to try not to do too much in those first couple weeks. It's going to take a while to get stuff done. It's probably going to keep you up at night. I know I've been waking up at night and just thinking, oh, I got to do this, got to do this. Did we remember to do this? Just take it slow, because it's going to take a while to get this stuff done. And somewhere after this second week, as we go to the third, fourth week, I think we started to drift and lose our ability to really keep track of what we were doing. And now that I'm actually in the 8th week, that's when I'm finding out, like, oh, we actually didn't take care of some of the things that we thought we took care of. So anyways, gonna stop the video there. Hopefully this is helping someone, and we'll be getting into the unknown of week 3 and 4 in the next video. Thanks for your time.